This is the plane that I've been working on Create Aeronautics. This is the current style of plane that I kind of settled on, and it's not the best looking plane. I was trying to focus more on building around these large engines, and I'm going to add a third one over here. But so far, like compressing the mechanics of the engine and these functions, like the yaw and stuff of the plane, the tilting of the flaps, and so they can go up and down, has been rather challenging, but I managed to get around. And so far, no issues. I'm just routing the output power of the main analog transmission, which powers the two engines over here, to the third engine here. The shafts also branch out down here to the to power the control system for the tilting of the flaps, as you can see. This system, I took it off of Tid's video on a beginner's guide to build and create aeronautics planes. He made a video on like how to make a simple plane, and I used the system that he used on that video, and it's just very compact, and this is really like it's pretty good, like for what I need. So you should check out his video on it. I'll link it down in the description. But yeah, it's simple and compact, and that's just what I really need. And I don't know why the linked typewriter only works when it's a simulated object or a physics entity, because I haven't been able to open it. Even if I shift right click, I just pick it up. It's really kind of annoying. So I'll have to assemble everything first to get that working, but overall the controls aren't that difficult to transfer, so I shouldn't have a problem. These engines produce a decent amount of thrust. Like this first one, it's pretty decent. And the back one, it's quite a large difference. So I'm really not worried about thrust, especially once I get this third one working. I don't know how big the wings should be, so I just made them quite large, like proportional to the size of the plane already. I didn't power the wheels. I just left them free rolling. So I can just use a thruster. So if I come over here, I forgot to replace the cog and object on the controller here, because I had to disassemble everything to make them fit. So up here. Okay, so that stopped it because I have a throttle lever at the front. So if I sit down here, I can just set the throttle lever for low power for when I'm like on taxi to get to like the runway. So it shouldn't be too bad. And once I'm taking off, I can just speed it up. So I just have an off switch, which just shuts off, which just activates a clutch that shuts off all power to all engines, including the one up here. So yeah, let's turn this back on. You will notice that I am quite small. I changed my generic scale to fit through the nooks and crannies of the bag here, because it's quite tight, and I had to see what was working, what was not working, and what was interacting with what. And yeah, but so far, I think I'll just finish up the third engine and the rest of the stuff here and the exterior and just super glue everything and assemble it, and I really hope it flies. At least it would be kind of sick. I haven't found like any other methods of propulsion other than stacking sails. I've been experimenting over here with the regular propellers, the andesite propellers, but you know, they're producing a decent amount but not the best amount. So I'm thinking more on this. I'm leaning more onto this design. And maybe in the future I can make like a cargo, like an aircraft, cargo aircraft type thing, and I want to make use of this gimbal sensor so I can make like an autopilot system. But I think that'll be too far in the future, and I don't know if I have enough patience for that, because this was the most annoying build I've ever done. Apart from that train a few years ago, which kept disassembling itself. But this, I really hope it flies. It's producing like a pretty decent amount of thrust, so it should be fine. Yeah, we should add that third engine, and I'll assemble it and see how it goes.